I have the power! Getting ready to go to Lexington Comic Con, guys, so this one might be short, so must forgive. I'm here to review a shitty Liam Neeson action film. Taken comes out, and it just like, Liam Neeson always been a badass, but it just let everyone else know he was a badass. So now, he's gonna get all these generic, shitty action movies with this director. Unknown, non-stop, shitty, run all night. It's like, stop. And it's this shitty, ugly cinema quality, drowned out, fucking terrible story, awful shaky cam direction type of movie, and it's just like the other ones. Only this one actually has a decent cast. Liam Neeson, he's just Liam Neeson. I mean, he's gonna, in these movies, he's gonna be, you know what you're gonna get. And typically his character in these movies is an alcoholic or an ex-alcoholic or a hitman or an ex-hitman dealing with it. And then stuff goes wrong and something with a family member, something with the mob maybe. This is all of that shit, all under one. Joel Kinnaman, who was in the remake for RoboCop, and he wasn't that great in that, but he was in a show called The Killing, which I thought was really good. I thought his character was really good in that movie, and I think he's going to end up being a really good actor. Not if he was picking shit like this, though. He plays Liam Neeson's son. Ed Harris is this mob boss, and Ed Harris, if this movie was better, this would have been up there with some of his other movies, because his performance was really good. Even though he's playing this generic-ass character, that the typical, oh, mob boss whose son dies and then he goes on a rampage, John Wick. I just feel bad for him that that performance had to be in this. Joel Kinnaman's a good kid. He's an ex-boxer. He teaches kids at a gym. He witnesses a murder by Ed Harris's son, and then Ed Harris's son, against wishes, kills him. And now Ed Harris has to kill his friend Liam Neeson, who used to be a hitman and is now dealing with the ghosts of the past by using alcohol. Yeah, all that shit just into one bucket. The script had its little moments. There's a couple little good lines here and there, and then it just shat all over itself. The acting is okay because they got an okay cast. The acting's actually good in there. So there's a guy named Holt, and I can't think of his last name, but he was in a show on FX called Lights Out. He plays just a cardboard cutout gangster in this, just like he always does. But I really like this guy. Let me know if you guys have seen Lights Out, by the way, on FX, because that show lasted one season. It was a boxing show. I freaking loved it, but I don't know anybody else that watched it. The director is everything that's wrong with this movie. This movie looks bad. It's filmed bad. Fucking... if you're going to do a car chase scene, it shouldn't be hard to stay awake through it. Once the first action set started, which I think was the car chase scene, I didn't know who was in what car, what the fuck was going on or anything, because he was just like, ka-ka, 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 action. I'm going to film a wreck over here. For what reason? No reason. I'm going to fucking do these crazy zoom shots above the city that aren't meant to show the scope of the city, aren't meant to show how nasty the city is, don't add shit to it, but I just want to use my zoom. He does all these crazy weird stuff with the camera because he thinks he's being artsy fartsy, and it's like, it's supposed to add to the story, not just be like, look, I can do this. What the fuck is, this looks wrong, doesn't it? Once they start fighting, it could have been Hulk Hogan and Apollo Creed for all I fucking know. Because you can't see their faces. You can't see who's fighting, you can't tell what the hell's happening, it's just fucking this shit. Why does this guy keep getting movies? Is it because he makes him generic looking enough with like the unknown, like the bold, like fucking font? I can tell by the font that these movies are going to be shit. What does that say? I mean, I love action movies. Love action movies. It's probably my favorite genre. But it's people like this who give it a bad fucking name because the studios, I don't even think they watch their own damn movies. They're like, put Liam Neeson in it, make car wrecks happen, make it, you know, really melodramatic somewhere in there, so that he can feel like he has something to chew on, and then, yeah, make a shitty movie, and slap some bold font on it, and fucking put it out there, and all these dumbasses will go see it. And we do. I give this movie a 4. I give it a 4 because some of the acting performances were pretty good in it, but God, that director just, I mean, that guy couldn't film someone taking a dump in a box. I was really bored. By the end of this movie, I was just like, please hurry up and fucking end. God, there was one funny dick joke in there. And they're supposed to be on the run all night, this like thriller action thing. Not one time did I get the sense that like, they were alone in the universe and everybody was after him. Or that there was any suspense going on or whatever. Shit just happened. And they would tell you what you're supposed to feel. They'd be like, the whole city's after us. Rather than ever feeling like, oh my God, what would I do in that situation? This is scary, it's claustrophobic. None of that shit. It was just like them telling you, hey, this is really bad. There's some really bad people after us. Oh shit, what are we gonna do? And then Common comes out of woodwork. All of a sudden you've got this badass hitman, and he's supposed to, they're like, he's unstoppable. He's the most unstoppable hitman ever. And they go through the whole line, and then 5 seconds later, someone who doesn't have any experience with this shit stops him. And it's just, God. Are you trying to make Smoking Aces? Are you trying to make a mob movie? What the fuck are you trying to do? Make a shitty movie? You've succeeded. Guys, what's your favorite, like, you know, racy, like, late at night thriller that this movie is supposed to be in the vein of? For me, it's Judgment Night. Have you guys ever seen that? Comment below, let me know. It has Emilio Estevez in it, Jeremy Piven, Dennis Leary's even in it, and he's scary in it. I love that movie. I think it's underrated. I think I'll review it sometime. And have you guys ever seen the show Lights Out, so I don't feel so alone in the universe? Run all night to get away from this movie.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.